Hey everybody, it's Julia. Time for triplicous. Okay, so this week's topic is board game strategy tips. Now, as most of you should know, I have an unusually large love of the game Monopoly. In fact, my entire main channel is devoted to the game. If you want to see my main channel and learn a whole lot about Monopoly that you wish you knew, click here. So I do a weekly series called Monopoly Strategy Tips. So that's why in this video I'm not going to be talking about Monopoly. Instead, I'm going to be talking about this game, Dominion, which technically isn't a board game, but I figure it has a lot of strategy in it. Note, I really don't claim to be an expert on Dominion like I claim to be with Monopoly. I've only been playing the game for a couple of months now and really don't know too much of the strategy. So if you have any more strategy tips, leave them in the comments, but I'm just going to tell you what I know from playing it. So my main strategy tip is start buying the victory points fairly early on in the game. I mean, not too early so they don't clog up your deck, but probably once the first deck's out and the second deck is really close to being out, so you have plenty of time to get all the victory cards you need to win. Also, if you aren't playing with thieves in the game, it's a really good idea to trade some of your copper in for silver coins, because then you can have a lot more money and it's easier later to buy the larger victory cards, so you don't clog up your hand with all the little ones. If you're playing with 2 or more attack cards, I really recommend buying moats. This is like my key thing, is that I always have like at least 2 or 3 moats in my whole deck. I don't really recommend having more than 4. That's pretty much the maximum because they will end up clogging up your hand later in the game. Also, some of my favorite cards to get really early on are the Festival and the Market card, because these cards are just really useful. You can do so much stuff in one turn just getting one of these cards. I mean, the Festival gives you 2 actions, +1 buy, and +2 coins, so it just gives you a lot of stuff for your bargain. If you've never played Dominion, I really recommend checking it out, because I'm not really into this kind of like strategy, cards, all that kind of stuff, but I really like this game. Like, it's really well done, and there's not too much strategy that's overwhelming for a beginner. You can pick it up really easily, and it ends up being a really fun game. We didn't ask questions last week, but 2 weeks ago, Tegan asked us what our creative outlet was. My only real creative outlet really is YouTube and making these videos and standing in my room talking to a camera. I really don't do any other stuff. Like, I've never gotten into art or photography or writing or any of that stuff. I don't know why. I even decided not to take art this year because I was really bored in that class. So I'm taking 6 academic classes. My 6th one being honors chemistry. So I'm filming this on Tuesday and Glee started today. Oh my god, the episode was awesome. I needed an excuse to bake, so I'm like, oh, I'll make cookies for Glee starting. And so I made these like Florentines with chocolate in the middle, and they're really good. So my question is, what is your favorite type of cookie? My favorite's probably chocolate chip, just because they're classic and they're delicious, and they're always delicious. I've never had a bad chocolate chip cookie before. They're always like really good. I make these really good cookies. They're like maple pecan cookies with dates inside and then cream cheese icing and then more pecans on top. They are one of the most delicious cookies, and they're a real crowd pleaser too. I've made them and everyone eats them. Even people who don't normally like nuts or don't like pecans, they'll eat these cookies. That's how good they are. So that's all I have for this week, and Tegan, I will see you on Friday. Bye!